Namibia consistently ranks among the least corrupt countries, and to the U.S. government, this demonstrates strong political will. Undersecretary Zeya says the U.S. will continue to assist Namibia to tackle corruption and is inspired by President Geingob being at the forefront.
I commend your government for the tough decisions you've taken on anti-corruption. I want to reaffirm that the U.S. government is very determined to continue our support in terms of technical support, training, familiarization visits, and we look forward to welcoming Her Excellency, the Minister of Justice, on such a visit focused on the implementation of your breakthrough Whistleblowers Protection Act. And this is the kind of bold action that we think is necessary to respond to what, like COVID, is a global scourge.
Efforts to tackle corruption have equally put citizens on high alert, the president says.
People are talking about corruption because we are dealing with it. That's why it looks like it's worse, because we are dealing with it. So I was talking to your former ambassador about this problem. So I say, corruption is everywhere. It's what you do with it. Now in your case, 2 ministers are in jail. We ended it that way. So it's a difficult process. I'm not happy that they are sitting there without being tried for 3 years now. That's another thing to look at, due process of law, You are innocent until proven guilty. But surely actions were taken, drastic ones, painful ones. So I think we are not going to basically apologize, because when I heard some people were involved in problems, I wrote to them to ask them, this is what people are saying, what you say. They replied, then I gave that to the Anti-Corruption Commission. That's how the process started.
The U.S. Undersecretary Zeya is leading a delegation of top U.S. government officials for bilateral meetings and to inspect programs implemented with assistance from her government. These are in the fields of human trafficking prevention, defense, wildlife conservation, and health sector.
We remain absolutely committed as a government to partnering with you on health security. On COVID-19, the more than $15.2 million that we provided towards COVID support, I think has been critical to the progress that you've made, and we recognize the enormity of the challenge of these successive variants. And the latest variant is indeed hitting our own country. So this is something that requires a global response.
Around safeguarding the rights of women and girls. Among the notable progress, of course, is the fact that in the last session of the National Assembly, we tabled 2 important pieces of legislation that improves the safeguards for women's protection in sexual violence. So we've tabled the rape amendment, which introduces important safeguards. Among them is the question around abuse of power, something that is not obvious around sexual harassment in the workplace, and so forth. And of course, we've also increased the sentencing arrangements.
We had an IMET program where we sent a lot of our soldiers, our officers, to your institutions of learning, and a good number of these guys are back and they are doing a good job in the Defense Force. We have been cooperating on the demining activities, and it's going very well.